Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Lamar Jackson on that MVP path. Fired up for this one. Locked in. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, quick reminder, we have revamped the Quarterback School Patreon community. There has never been more content available over there. It has never been cheaper, never been easier, never been more streamlined of a process. Get over there, support the channel, get even more Quarterback School content, really understand what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. All sorts of details, nuance about quarterback play, about coverage, about pass protection, about attacking defenses, about offensive architecture and structure. If you're interested in taking your game to the next level, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community, support the channel. I sincerely appreciate it. As for this video, let's get into it. Lamar Jackson getting it done on that MVP path. How's he doing it? Right here, full field read, left to right off the split flow action. This is the video evidence, the qualitative evidence of what improvement from the pocket looks like. So to go from our right there, to our left, right there, his left to right, and put it on him, 1 to 2 from within the pocket, is video evidence of him getting better at playing quarterback from within the pocket. Now, obviously, he has a lot of skills. But when you can go no here, yes here, and this might look simple, but if you've never been asked to do it or you don't have a lot of experience doing it, a full field read in the NFL is as good as it gets. Left no, right yes, on him, on time, with precision, with ball control. This is the type of development that everyone was looking for. And when you couple this with the consistency that he's delivering the ball, he's on that MVP path. Now the next one here, 2nd and 5, verse 0. He gets to the hot up top. He gets there eventually, but there's a few things here for me. 1, I love the fact that he gets to the hot. 2, you can see the impact of Lamar Jackson on 58. So watch 58, the left defensive end. He's not in a full rush. He thinks he's almost getting red. He surfs that thing. So when he comes down, as opposed to pinning his ears back, he surfs it, allows Lamar Jackson a little bit more time, and Lamar Jackson is able to find the hot route. For me, and I know, I'm almost to the point with Lamar Jackson where I think he really kind of has his own rules here. Because that's 6 on 5. You can see here the look for 0, birds on a fence, everybody's at the same level. Normals, most humans, most mortals would want to come out here and just rip something quick, like something in the flat, something quick. Lamar Jackson is such a good athlete, and we've seen it now so many times of him being able to just beat this coverage, beat 0 with his feet, with his athletic ability. Now he's beating it with his vision, his understanding of pass protection, his movement, and there's multiple examples of it. Here he hits the hot. Later in the game, he throws a touchdown pass off of a similar look. But this is a really nice job of a right tackle big duel. Watch him take 8, leave the wide rusher. Again, pass pro wise, not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but we always want to protect the A and the B gaps. So A gap, B gap, A gap, B gap. We never want a free runner through here. We want the free runner in the C. So make him run the widest path to get to the quarterback. And you couple that with their fear factor of Lamar Jackson getting outside the pocket. Makes him contain it, makes him have enough time to make these types of slow, hot reads. Next one here, touchdown. Love a little power shovel. We're going to the left, reading the left defensive end. He gets up the field. Not a good play from 30, the inside backer. We're reading 91 in the right C gap right here. He gets up the field. We're going to shovel it. Now 30, the inside backer, should be getting blocked from the right guard pulling, but he just runs himself out of the play. He had a rough day. But again, we see this play from a lot of different teams. I always think of the Chiefs as kind of the preeminent team running it. Right here, hand on the ground. Conflict defender. I'm used to putting him in a triangle. That's who we're reading. He gets up the field. We're going to hit him with power shovel. He squeezes this, so he doesn't get up the field. He squeezes this. Then we're just going to continue our movement, and we're going to have the flat. So we've got the quarterback run, and we've got the pitch, and that's just, it's basically inverted triple option with a gap scheme up front. They're just blocking power at the offensive line. There's a lot to like. That's a lot of horizontal stretch with the gap running scheme. Tough to stop at the goal line, especially tough when your inside backer decides to run out of there. You could easily just flip it to the right guard here, right? Touchdown. Walk in. Love it. Next one here, 3rd and 16. So this is an interception. A few things here. This is double post at the bottom with an over up top, or what I think is an over. I'm actually going to guess that the wide receiver up top takes a poor path. Now, a few things. One, number 31 for the Patriots, guy playing right corner, he is guessing. Okay, he's guessing all game. He's flat-footed. I thought the Ravens had opportunities to take shots and run by him multiple times in the game. Now, when you guess, you get picks like this. And you fall into picks. This is one of those ones, for me, it's really hard to put this on Lamar Jackson. Yeah, you'd love for him to see this, but if we're running what is essentially double post, and this is a guy who's just kind of looking at the quarterback flat-footed, and he intercepts this route, you know, to me, we've got to threaten this cat vertically. We've got to throw past him vertically at the bottom of the screen. So how does this happen? What exactly happens? To me, this route takes too long, this interior post. This post doesn't clear out enough. The over here goes over the first post. You rarely see that. And then it's slow coming across. Normally, I would want to see this over come up, use this inside post as like a pick, stair step them, and then come underneath. So again, let's just watch the path up top here, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. He doesn't use that inside post as any type of rub. Now, they might be teaching the opposite. I would say that's not the best way to run this route. And maybe the inside post is getting grabbed as well. But when he goes over the top, it happens too deep. And now the corner at the bottom of the screen. Watch the corner, how flat he is, flat-footed. I mean, he's guessing right here, right? Like, just imagine if we ran a go on the outside. You'd run by him 5 yards right there. He's flat-footed and guessing. He falls into a pick. Unfortunate. You know, I have a hard time putting this squarely on Lamar Jackson because he can't think that the corner on the other side is going to make this play. Now, you'd love for him to say, hey, you got to see it, but that's not the reality of playing the position if we're asking him to anticipate. To me, it's there. It's unfortunate. It's a nice guess from 31, but you live on the edge playing corner like that. Next one, 2nd and 10. This is bash GT to the left. Love the log read from Lamar Jackson. We'll talk about what that means, just the guard pulling and wrapping. And then I love him protecting himself, getting down. Again, 30 on defense, no idea what you're doing. And we're just running out of there. This might be an issue of it being man coverage. He's got the back. But there's no better quarterback run game probably on the planet right now than what the Ravens have been doing for the last few years. GT, front side to the left is all gap down. Okay, so we're going to go gap down, nobody there. We got a chance for a double team to here. We are going to theoretically kick here. We'll talk about what happens there, and then we're going to wrap from the tackle. What happens here at the edge is we log this thing. Well, all that means is that we get there. He won't let us kick him out, so we basically reach him like a log that rolls over. You're welcome for that. Okay, and then the bash read is just back away. That's what bash stands for. And then we're going to read the C-gap player out here. So we shuffle, 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 shuffle. He widens, and then we go. Now, it really helps on this play when this guy decides he's got the bash guy man-to-man. So essentially, we're running GT to a 3-person box, 4-person box. And you can see Lamar Jackson maybe could follow the tackle, but I like him bouncing these things outside. How about that right tackle getting downfield? Getting a double team on the slot. Violence. Boom! And again, I love how he protects himself. So people freak out about him taking hits. This is just the way he plays. And he always protects himself. He never gets hit hard. There's just a lot to love with their quarterback run game. So much horizontal stretch with the bash and the gap schemes with the GT, with the power read. I personally love it. I think it's a great weapon. And then when you complement that with his growth as a pocket passer, as a thrower, dynamic offense. Really tough to stop. Here's the next touchdown, 2nd and 7. Again, verse 0. This time he's going to buy enough time to throw a seam down here to Andrews, the number 2 at the bottom. Good for you if you can do this. Giving his guy a shot to make a play. To me, the left tackle here should be in a big duel. So we protect that inside gap with 30. But again, 30, you're not getting home. This is what Lamar Jackson has proven he can do. He can buy enough time in the 0 that if you don't get home, he's going to make you pay. And again, it looks like he's playing the hot to the left here to start. Says no. Has enough arm strength on his back foot to flip it up and give his guy a shot. Now, I would say most mortal quarterbacks would not want to do this. But again, I feel old when I say that because he continues to prove that he can do this. So they're running a little iteration of like rail bullets up top with a little pivot. Could you put it on the back? Maybe, but they do a nice job of playing it. See that outside backer jump outside the wide receiver up top? That's pretty crazy that he goes full field versus 0 for a touchdown pass. And again, I wouldn't recommend this, but I will say that he essentially has proven that he can do this consistently. And if you can't get home, so watch the rush path of 30, the inside linebacker to the left. That's not a straight line. And if you're not at a straight line, going downhill with your ears back, you're not going to get there. And he's going to make you pay. And you better tackle him, or else he's really going to make you pay. 2nd and 5 here. This is one of the few, what I would say, misses over the course of the game. Now, I will say, just making some assumptions here about how this miss happens. There's someone at Lamar Jackson's feet. That's the first thing. Can't really get through it. It's a miss more than anything else. But to me, this is also the effect of what 31 down here at the bottom does. So when you play a guesser, a guy who to me is flat-footed a lot, and we're going to run some sort of clear post, it doesn't matter what it is, and run this sail in behind him right here. And I've already thrown a pick on something similar to this as far as the last time it was the over on the double post, but attacking the same area versus the same guy. I'm going to be a little nervous. Now, again, this is what you get on the sideline when you say, hey, dude's squatting, let's just blow by him, or let's double move him, or let's do something. But again, when you look at the film, this is wide open. He can hit this all the time. And this is the part where you turn on the film and you're like, he's playing at an MVP level, and we're leaving chunks like this out there still. So when he puts it all together, it's going to be really, really special. It already is really special. I still think, just look at the bottom of the screen on this post. Could you throw that? He's guessing. He's running by. We're running by him. Potentially alert that thing later. But again, he's trying to slow him up because he's a little nervous probably of 31 coming off and making another interception, which I get. The other thing is occasionally, and this is just me watching him, when he comes out, what I would say a little bit more sidearm than 3/4, I think he's a natural 3/4 guy, which I don't have a problem with at all. When it comes out a little flatter, I think he loses a little bit of his ball control. Tough. That's a tough miss. Really close to a perfect day. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Again, Quarterback School Patreon community, revamped, relaunched. Get over there, check it out, support the channel. Also, we've got Quarterback School courses, really in-depth, deep dives on my favorite topics in ball. And finally, we've got a bunch of free resources available. All of them can be found in the video description. I appreciate you checking them out, supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. As for this video, let's keep it going. 3rd and 5. I love the design here. Again, when I say I love the design here, let's talk about it. They're in empty quads bunch to the boundary, FIB, formation into the boundary. They shift back, and then this is Lamar Jackson development. They shift from quads bunch, they fast 2. He goes full field read, right to left, and they have 3 in-breaking routes from the boundary. This is, to me, significant growth in the passing game development, passing game structure, offensive architecture. So watch all 3 receivers to the left. Shallow, over, post. Hard to cover that in bunch man. In addition, watch Lamar Jackson go from right there, right, left, left, left. Full field read. I love a good throw right down the hash. Again, this is now video evidence number 2 of him using full field reads, delivering the ball on time in the pocket. This one's even more impressive because of the down and distance. This is how you break the bank. Again, I can't tell you how much I love the design of this play. You don't see this a lot in the league level. Quads, bunch. We shift to it, then we fast to motion. Then we have 3 in-breaking routes up here. So the first one is shallow. The second one is over. The third one is like short post. So this beats almost every single bunch check that you would normally get, like a box bunch check, really hard to handle in man because you have 3 runaways. This is just outstanding offensive architecture, offensive passing game structure, and great execution. Right, left, 1, 2, 3. You can count to 3. You can play for just about anybody. I love this. Full speed. Shift. Motion. Right. No. No. Yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. Next one here. Touchdown pass. A little power pass. Example number 3 of him going full field read. Right. No to the flat. No to the crosser. Yes to the under. In a condensed red zone window. Outstanding. So we'll draw up exactly what I'm talking about, power pass. In addition to this play, I love the ball location. So this is a red zone play that damn near every team in the league runs. Power pass, so we're coming off the edge. The whole offensive line is going gap to their left. We're into the flat. That's 1. And then we're going to have a crosser. Number 2. Okay, so it's 1, 2. Then with the 2 tight ends on this side, one usually goes underneath. That's where we catch a touchdown, and he throttles him down. And then the other one goes over. And so you're really trying to get this guy in the backside to run through those 2, like a basketball play, 2 moving picks. So Lamar Jackson really goes here. He goes no to the flat, no to the crosser, yes to the shallow, and he throttles him down because there's somebody outside of him, a defender outside sitting right here. So he throttles him down, and the ball placement is perfect. Y'all, this is dealing from the pocket. This is full field read number 3. No, no, yes. Again, look at the ball location to turn him down. Protect him. This is as good as it gets. Just really nice. And in reality, he's actually kind of hot here as well, which makes this even more crazy. So to me, when the offensive line goes down, when we're at right tackle, everybody here is going gap to their left, full slide pass protection. What the fullback is usually taught to do is run at the edge, bluff him, and then get to the flat. And you bluff him so that the tailback can come up here and chop this guy down. If there are 2 at the back, so the back has 1 and someone outside the back, well, then you're hot. And Lamar Jackson just doesn't care. That's essentially the thesis when it comes to blitzing or being hot here. See how Red Sleeves is on his own? God, the ball location is perfect. That's outstanding. Next one here, just another dynamic run, power read. We're reading number 90. Again, number 30 is doing his own thing. But if you don't account for him in the run game and you let him get into space, he's certainly proven that this is just easy for him. So reading the left defensive end on the left, was it 91? Power read, we're blocking gap down backer up front, even bringing the tight end into the gap down. And that's just too easy. So, and 30 is just running through the gap. Thank you very much. And that's way too easy. But again, he never gets hit hard. They're running him in gap running schemes within the tackles. Now, he either bounces it or takes it right here vertically, but he never seemingly gets hit hard. and you have some linebackers who aren't sound in their run fit. They're running through. We can't tackle them in the open field. These are massive plays. Massive plays. So again, quickly drawing this thing up just because it's so clean. And they get a little pressure here. So we get one linebacker walked up. All these guys to the front side are going gap down. So gap down, gap down, gap down, gap down, gap hinge, coming back here. And then we are wrapping to the first guy outside here. We are reading this player, technically the D gap player. Okay. And so we're going to get a double team back to 30, but 30 runs over the hole. That's why we have this massive ability to shuffle, and then cut this thing back, and there's nobody there. Just like most big-time runs on power, the big runs always happen out the back door. Shuffle, shuffle, downhill, back door. I mean, you can see the lane. We're reading 91. Wow. That's tough. I mean, they got no chance here. That is an absolute clinic tape. It's just so fun to see. And when you run the quarterback like this, it puts so much stress on a defense. Next one here, 3rd and 4, another touchdown pass, this time at corner to the number 3 down here to the bottom. This is a great ball. Good touch, nice decision. Again, someone's at his feet, so he can't really get through it. High back 5 to the back pylon. I mean, at this point, you can't be surprised. He's just dealing. And there's nothing easy about this. Look at the lower half here. And it's pinpoint perfect. High back 5. It's a really nice route here when they get to the formation. So we've got the corner down here to the bottom by the number 3. That just means eligible. So 1, 2, 3 right here. And we got press. So if he can get an outside release, and this looks like man, right? We've got all this space. So just a really nice job of identifying it. Again, the passing offense looks better. The schemes look better. There are guys running and winning, and we're putting it where we want to. This offense looks more comprehensive. It's unique, but it threatens you all over the place. Love it. Great quarterback play. Last one here, another touchdown. This time a touchdown run. 3rd and 1. We're running bash GT. This time he follows the wrapper. DB can't make the tackle. Touchdown. So much stress on a defense when you are we're going bash to our right, GT to our left. And again, just look at the holes here. Look at the double team from the right tackle, right guard. Horizontal movement. Get out of the club. I mean, he's pushing him past the ball. The ball's on the hash. We're getting horizontal movement past the ball, and he's going to come off and block 8 on the double team. That is a world-class gap run double team. And we can't make the tackle from 32. My goodness. Just dynamic all over the place. The quarterback run game scheme is as good as it's ever been anywhere. And you can do that on 3rd and short in the red area. Just dynamic effectiveness and efficiency from the red area in the quarterback run game. And it's bleeding into the passing game, the drop back game, the play action world. Dynamic offense. So that is a wrap. Lamar Jackson, week 3. He is on that MVP path. There's no doubt about it. I think the thing for me that is most impressive is his continued growth of being a passer. And when you see the film evidence of not just one example, not just 2 examples, but multiple examples of him using a full field read from within the pocket and putting the ball where he wants to, when he wants to, with really pinpoint accuracy in the middle of the field, in intermediate routes, on 3rd down, in the red area. Y'all, those are big steps, big strides, and he's doing it as well as anybody right now. So when you couple that with the quarterback run game, with what they've always been able to do with kind of their unique approach to NFL offense, with a more comprehensive drop back game, pretty exciting, pretty fired up to see Lamar Jackson just continue to ball out this year. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.